employee turnover is a real problem. COVID's impacted many of us in different ways, and we can't expect that things are going to go away and put it under the rug. We really need to deal with the present. And you can't use COVID as an excuse anymore. Everyone, I think, is really sick of hearing that. So ultimately, here's the message. If you're not prioritizing your team, then you will not have a team. Similarly, if you don't prioritize your clients, you won't have clients. So we need to make sure that we're making time for our team so that they can support our mission, our vision, our objectives in our organization, which will in turn support our clients and have that profitability and continue to sustain that amazing business that you set out to achieve and that you've started to build as an organization. So here's my best tips for combating turnover. First and foremost, keep that positive company culture. I mean, it's been a very challenging time for so many businesses who have not been able to operate. So if you're the one business or one of the many businesses or few businesses, I should say, that have been able to operate during COVID, then you're fortunate. And you should be sharing that, right? Share that with your team. Share the wins during the challenging time. Keep them up to date of what is going on and what you're working on to keep that business going. So keep that positive company culture. Secondly, make sure you're practicing effective communication. There's so much noise going on, so much news as well. So we want to maintain those positive messages and be transparent with our team. So if there's challenges, be honest. Ask for support. Get feedback. You know, the message of we're all in this together is very true, and your team wants to support and reach those objectives. So share with them how there's some struggles, what you're working on to resolve those issues, and ask for their input. The other piece there is to continue to have effective, constant, and frequent communication. So scheduling some town halls or more regular check-ins is really important. So that, you know, when you would normally go by a desk or someone's office and say, hey, how was your weekend? We're missing that part completely. So you want to make sure that you're scheduling those intentionally, right? Book the time every couple of days and check in with your team and see how they're doing, because you may not necessarily meet with them. Perhaps they're only meeting with their other colleagues or direct managers. So, you know, when you would normally kind of work with them on certain things, or perhaps just, like I said, casually pop by, we're missing that interaction. So make sure you're intentionally having that interaction. And most importantly, be compassionate. It's a very challenging time. People have different and limited resources, more challenges personally than we've ever really had to experience before. So having that compassion is so important, and making sure that you're staying true to your foundation of who you are, keeping that mission, that vision at the forefront of all your communications of that and that compassion. People don't quit their job because of money and benefits. I mean, those are some factors, but the reality is that they typically quit their boss. So you want to make sure that, again, you're being transparent in your communication and keeping that positive company culture, having frequent check-ins, and again, being compassionate. As we always say at LD Human Resources, you know, your people are your most valuable assets. So make sure that you're investing in them, and they will definitely have that return on your investment for you and your business. Thanks for listening to today's episode of HR Real Talk. If you like what you heard, be sure to hit the like button and leave us a comment below to let us know what you think. Don't forget to follow us every week to hear more answers to your HR questions. For a free consultation, visit ldhr.ca. We'd love to hear from you. See you next week.